Welcome to episode 95 of M1 Yarns and the Michigan Makers Podcast. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jamie. I'm the yarn dyer behind m1yarns.com, and this is a mostly knitting podcast, knitting related podcast. We also touch on a little crochet, fiber spinning, yarn dyeing, sometimes some interviews with other makers, and all sorts of crafty stuff. So if that's your jam, grab a drink and maybe your project, and let's dive right in. So today's the day before Christmas Eve, and I'm recording this after 5 p.m. So the lighting is absolutely atrocious. It is dark outside. I have a window kind of over here in this room, and it's completely dark. It is a dark, cold, rainy day. And I just got a new light fixture up here, up there. And I can tell it is not doing me any favors. It is great for lighting things in an office style, but it is certainly casting all the shadows on my face. So we're just gonna have to roll with it. I mean, this is certainly not an HBO production. So anyway, I wasn't planning on recording this week since it's Christmas week. I'm taking next week off from basically life. But I realized this morning as I was kind of sitting down to get organized that I wanted to take some photos of this fresh off the needles object, which I'll tell you about in a minute. And then I thought, oh, you know what? Actually, I have a couple other things to chat about, so why not just do a podcast episode? So I'll probably release this just after Christmas. So if you celebrated, I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. And if you celebrate another holiday or not, I hope life was just everything you wanted it to be, including peaceful and happy, which I know at this time of year is such a struggle. So many life pressures. So, let's see, where should we begin? Oh, I'll just start with what I'm wearing. Okay, funny story, I just did some finished object photos. Usually I like to go outdoors, like during the golden hour, for optimal photo results. But it's cold, it's raining, it's dark, so I just did it in my hallway. I tried to just like wing it. And right in the middle of it, I realized that the cami I had on underneath had a stain, like right here. I don't know how. It was fresh out the wash, so I had to do a quick changeroo, but I actually like how this green picks up in here. So this is the, what is this called? Pixelated Cardi by Knit Collage. This is a pattern that you get when you sign up to do one of their knit-alongs, and I bought this, I believe, in 2019 for the first knit along I signed up for with them. I think I've done a couple. Anyway, you get a whole bundle of patterns, and this pattern was something that I've always wanted to make ever since it came out, probably 6 years ago. And it is a bulky weight cardigan. The contrast color I used in here, this like multicolor yellow green situation, is by Sandpiper Yarns. I bought this at Indian Tangled this fall. Lovely, lovely maker who hand dyes and hand spins these big skeins. And actually, I think I have, maybe it's in the other room. It probably is in the other room. But I have like a half a ball left of the yarn. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to make like a really fun hat, or maybe some mittens, because this like nice bright yellow is just so fun. And I paired it with this pink bulky weight yarn, which I hand dyed. I had a few of these left over from some kits I had in my shop earlier this year, and I'd been wanting to knit like a fun, loud garment with it. So this was great. It knit up pretty fast. It is knit flat. Is it knit flat? Yeah, because it's not steeped. And then you do this crochet edge. Now, I'm not the best crocheter, But let me just stand up so you can kind of see it. So because the yarn that I'm using was a little bit lighter than what they designed it with, I mean, it worked out fine because I went up a pattern size, but on this part, I held the yarn doubled. And I blocked it, but I feel like it could have probably used like an extra little ironing before I recorded today, but I know you guys don't care. So, this is fresh off the needles, and it may or may not be my last finished object of the year, which if it is, I have some yarn in my nose. Sorry about that. Isn't that the worst tickle? If this is my last finished object, that would be 23 finished objects for the year. And I like round numbers. So I, of course, had to cast on actually 2 more projects. But I have one more project that I would like to finish this year. And it's because I cast it on last year. I have a serious case of second sock syndrome. I think I'm going to manage to finish this sock. Let's see, today's the 23rd. So I have 8 days left in the year. 9, no, 8. God, that holiday brain is really bad. So, I mean, I could probably, let's see. I could probably finish it if I focus on it. So this is, let me tell you what it is. A Zauberball sock yarn held with a strand of my hand-dyed lace weight mohair silk. And I had cast on initially the Homebody socks by, I must not have printed the first page, Olivia Villarreal. But then I kind of went off pattern and I'm mostly doing my own thing. But I love, love, love sock yarn held with mohair, and I feel like maybe you can see the halo. But if you know what mohair feels like, these are so cozy. So that's my one remaining goal of the year, is to finish that sock. But I couldn't help myself. I had to cast on 2 other projects to celebrate finishing this. And the fact that if you've been around here for a while, I had hand surgery about 5 weeks ago for trigger thumb, and I'll show you. You can see the scar right there on the line, but the swelling is now gone. I still have a teeny bit of pain, but I've been really taking it easy and not knitting a lot. So I probably, you know, deserve a pat on the back for that. But, so, fun story. A few of my best friends and I thought for a second my makeup was all smeared, so I had to like check it. I'm really hoping I can record this episode without having to edit anything out, so I can just upload it and be done and move on to the holidays. So if we have some hiccups, let's just roll with it. So back to the story. Some of my knitting besties, there's 4 of us that regularly get together. We hang out, we have group text. You know, like those key people in your life that just mean the world to you. So we did a fun little Secret Santa. And actually, if you want to hear more about it, I don't know if you watch my friend Sarah's podcast, Coffee Knits with Sarah. She's one of the 4. And you should check out her podcast on YouTube because she's really like that soothing, sweet, like presence that just calms your soul. So go check out her podcast. But in her podcast, she talked about the gift exchange a little bit too. And so I thought it would be fun to talk about my experience with it. So her podcast is, like I said, Coffee Knits with Sarah. And so I got her in our Secret Santa drawing. And so I gave her all like coffee and knitting related goodies in the bag. It was so on brand. But my friend Kelly had me, and she was so sweet. She said to me, I don't know what to get a yarn dyer, as far as, like, we did like a yarn swap. That was part of the exchange, was like pick some sock yarn in your stash, and we all swapped. Well, so she said, all my sock yarn is from you. So she gave me these 2 beautiful skeins. I already caked them up, of this fun, amazingly soft, bulky weight yarn. And it's got like the slightest little, trying to see if it picks it up, like stellina shimmer in it. I don't think it's picking it up, to be honest. There we go, right there. So this yarn, she also did like a little theme for her gift bag for me, because she knows I love chai tea. So she got me some chai, and this colorway is called Noon Chai, and it's both breeds of alpaca, Hukaya, I know I'm butchering that, and Surrey alpaca, then 10% stellina, and it's super bulky weight. She gave me 2 of these, and I thought that these would make really fun, like a water bottle cover that would be buttery soft in the bed, because I do love a good water bottle cover. So this pattern, I know I have the pattern somewhere here. I will put it on the screen, but so far I think I've only knit on it for maybe a couple hours. So it would be a great quick gift knit, and it's called the Love Yourself Hottie Cover by Swiss Point Designs. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. 10 out of 10 recommend. So this is almost off the needles, so that will be nice. And then I also just cast on by Hudson and West by Megan Babin, the Harrow Hat. And let me just show you. Sorry, you're getting the ring light in there, but how cute is that photo of the design? So the Bab Hat. So I am using hand spun yarn that I spun a few months ago. It isn't the best, like, evenness. I'm on my spinning journey, which I'll talk about some more in a minute for what I'm spinning right now. I had tried to cast this on to make a brioche hat, and my gauge was off, and it just wasn't working, and I'm like, oh, let's try another hat. So last night I cast on the ribbing, and actually I still don't think I'm getting gauge. She only gives you the gauge for the chart, the like cable knit chart. So we're just kind of winging it based on experience. I cast on like 1 chart set less, and it looks good. I think it'll be fine. We'll see in the future. Future me will let you know. So yeah, this will be like a fun, definitely a cozy, because it's I want to say this is Shetland wool with some sort of amazing fiber that was gifted to me by my friend Kelly. I can't remember. I have it in my spinning journal, so I'll have to look it up. So that's that. Speaking of Kelly, I just happen to have this sitting here. Today in the mail, she sent me the sweetest little Christmas gift. This ball of beautiful fiber. I wish you could feel how soft it is. I mean, it is incredible. It's 25% New Zealand possum and 75% New Zealand Saxon merino. And it's 3.5 ounces, and this will be really, really nice to spin with. So if you are new here, I started spinning last summer, so almost 1.5 years ago. I bought a used electric eel wheel off a friend, and that really helped me to focus just on learning how to draft. I didn't have to treadle. Well, then this summer, while vending at fiber festivals, I got the urge. Like, seeing everybody at fiber festivals with their wheels and all the fiber for sale made me really want a wheel. And I bought a used Ash for Joy, which I'll show you in a second because I actually want to talk about what I'm spinning this summer, and I love it. It folds up, you can put it in the bag and put it away. It's a double treadle, it's easy to spin with, it's beautiful. So Kelly knows that I have been bitten by the spinning bug, so that was really sweet of her. If you're interested, here's her card. TheMillerGirls.com, or TheMillerGirlsYarn.com. So Kelly and I vend at a lot of the same fiber festivals around Michigan. So thank you, Kelly. That was really thoughtful of you. Yeah, so let me switch gears into spinning. Well, I guess we were already on spinning, but sorry, I was just reading an alert on my phone. No need to pay attention to that. Yeah, I was talking about spinning. So this is my Ash for Joy, if you're not familiar with it. And I have the older model that actually has a handle on top, and I will say that I actually really love that. This is where I left off the other night. So I already have a full bobbin of this fiber, and now that I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm like, what is this fiber? This is, oh God, you know, I have show notes, I get organized. Oh, speaking of show notes, they'll all be linked below. And then I start podcasting and I can't think of what this is called. It's Jacob Corriedale. That's the breeds that make up this beautiful fiber. So I bought like a pound or a pound and a half, I want to say, of this. And I'm on my second bobbin and it's going swimmingly. I'm like amazed. 10 out of 10 recommend Jacob Corriedale for newbie spinners, because I would still consider myself very new. But anyway, oh, there's one last thing I want to talk to you about. This is going to be like an upcoming thing. Had to check how long I've been recording for. Anyway, so next year I am bringing back the wool cotton yarn that I carried a couple years ago, which was a big hit. And I don't know why I kind of did away with it. I was just kind of, you know, you like to like keep things fresh, but then you find, oh, I really did like that. Let me come back to it. So I've been dyeing a lot of colors to bring it back. It's not yet in the shop, so, you know, don't get overly excited. But this is my mushroom colorway on the fingering weight wool cotton blend, and in honor of bringing it back, oh, I'm also dyeing it on DK, FYI. I'm going to knit a sample of a, should I tell you what the design is? I should tell you, because you guys are like my people. We're buddies. So let me just, you know, dive in. If you hear a beeping, it's the TV that my husband is watching in the basement below me. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to knit the Doodles by Dando, whose name is Yumiko Alexander. And this is a really fun, like, kind of breezy top. Let me see if I can insert a photo. Or just show you real quick. We'll just keep it cash. Fun, huh? So yeah, I'm planning to cast that on probably in the next week. And, you know, have it as a fun little sample. So, let me make sure I covered my bases so that when I'm editing this, I talked about my cardigan, my future cast-ons, my current whips, the cotton yarn, the spinning. I think we covered it. I think we did. We did it in 20 minutes. This is great. All right, so thank you for joining me for another episode. If you don't already subscribe, I would appreciate if you enjoyed this. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you're notified when I release new episodes, which is about every couple weeks. And we have a lot on the horizon for 2025, so I'm really looking forward to the new year. I have a lot of new festivals. I have so much going on. It feels a little crazy. So, Happy New Year to you all. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy all the things. And more than anything, I just hope that you find peace and joy in a little bit of time with your projects. And thanks for joining me. Talk to you later. Bye.